Hello, peeps. Look at the caption. It's your girl, Ozie Ejiofor. Females possessing masculinity. The desire of every man is to actually have a woman who is entirely submissive, entirely respectful, entirely womanly. That's the desire of every man. No man wants to ever have a woman who goes through the power tussle in a relationship, who goes through the argument route in a relationship, who goes through the it must be my way in a relationship and ever succeeds. Help me share this video. It's very important. Very, very important. Naturally, some women possess male traits, myself inclusive. Coming down to the relationship approach, I am like a jelly. Hear me, oh, and hear me well, so that anybody whom I have dated in the past who comes across this video will say, yes, this is true, or no, it's a lie. Help me share. But some women do not know where to draw the line in the power tussle within themselves and their man, which makes the man really scared of entirely committing to the woman because he assumes he cannot control her, he cannot tell her what to do, he cannot even move a muscle around her because she possesses the masculine traits. Me, I hardly chat. I know a lot of women do chat, and some others hardly chat as well. But if in love, my man is my priority. Please, what works for you may not work for me. And what works for me may actually not work for you. If you are my follower and you see me rain, thunder, and brimstone, do not carry it the same way into your love life. Me, in my love life, I am like a jelly. I am played with. Men fuck with me. Men break my heart. Men distort my future. That's the way I am when in love. But outside love, I am bold. I am courageous. I am not a coward. I talk to whomever in the most honorable way, devoid of their status. I think the highest hierarchy in Nigeria may probably be the president. And if I see the president, I am able to talk to him. If I see a governor, I am able to talk to him. To the least in the society. That's the way I am wired. Remember, in the most honorable way. When a woman brings masculinity into her love affair, it's usually not favorable. The man is threatened. The man is even scared. Not that he's scared that you're going to beat him or that you're superior or have strength, like physical strength, more than him, but he's very scared of being able to control you. And that's why I needed to really do this video. Women who go to measure up, endear, and think that a man can be riffled or ruffled and be pocketed, please think again. A man cannot be pocketed. No matter how old, no matter how poor that man is, even as little as my Jide, you cannot pocket him. Even when I talk to Jidenna, I respect my mouth. As little as he is, he's only 4 years and 3 months. If you shout for him, you never get a thing. I had to solicit with his teachers to please help him. If you shout in addressing him, he's going to do, you never get a thing. But if you dialogue with him, Jide boy bian unna kaipa. Okwa gwara nge emezine ihe dị otu a. Ọ sị gị, yes. Gịnị kwanụ mere iji mee ya? Mommy, sorry, I won't do it again. Or jewara onwe ya. That's a man for you. There are women with super ego. Their shoulders is not bowed. Their head is equally not bowed. Please draw a line on when you should stop. Draw a line so that you don't carry this superiority complex and move into a man's life, thinking you're going to bend a man. No, men are usually not bendable. They will only want to respect their woman because she has complained about a certain thing severally. So whoever thinks that being a man in a healthy relationship with a man, I'm sorry, men do not want another man. Men want women. Women whom they can control. Women who listens. Women who will not argue. Women who will say, obey the last order. Yes, sir. You can express yourself after 30 minutes, 1 hour, or the next day, or within the week, or at night. You can actually express yourself better. But at that point, when he needs a yes and an affirmation and being decisive, any mistake, that's the way men are wired. And when a man classifies his woman as very stubborn, then they say, don't begin with that. When a man classifies his woman as not submissive, I'm not saying you should cut off your head and give it to a man. That's not what I'm saying. But when a man begins to classify his wife as a very stubborn woman, my wife is not listening, My wife is not respectful. My wife is not appreciative. My wife is ridiculous. Then you have a bigger problem. Which is the reason why men will constantly return to their girlfriends that they've missed their path all the while and maybe run into each other and begin to date. Which is the reason why men will say, hey, if say I know, I for marry your younger sister, if say I know she was a little more meek than yourself. Please, women, don't kill your relationship by bringing in masculinity, whatever you call it, into your relationship. Bring out the tenderness, bring out the meekness, bring out the TLC that you possess and riffle a man with it to the point that he cannot sleep except you're there. It's doable. It's not rocket science. Shit your swords. Bring out the girly like nature that God has actually possessed in you, put in you. Give it to a man, dish it out. Stop hiding it and shielding it with church and saying anybody is chasing you or you're chasing anybody. Bring it out. Be the woman that you ought to be. You will get the best out of a man. Then for men who thinks that because their wives are like lamb and therefore they can do anything they like and go scot-free because she's not going to talk, because she's so submissive, because she's so respectful, because she loves her husband, and rub it to her face like, do anyhow. If you do anyhow, you go see anyhow. That lamb can actually revolt and turn into a tiger all of a sudden. Believe me. That sheep that you've shielded, who have brought out kindness instead of wickedness, who has shown your family love instead of wickedness, who has treated you right instead of wickeding you in your bad character, can actually turn into a wolf if you're not careful. Capiche? I hope these things so that people stop taking people for granted. Please. But the word for this morning is let women who are masculine in nature not bring it into their relationships and expect miracle to happen. It is part of the reasons men leave their homes and chase all the girls outside where they can find peace, where they will be treated right, where a man will come back from work and a girlfriend will collect his bag and drop and give him a sweet love, a hug, and kiss him, and give him water to shower, and give him food to eat, and rub his back, give him a massage, and make love to him. He will never come home early to you who is toxic because he has someone somewhere who nices him up and make him feel good. He will feel better out there before coming back home. That's what it is. So if you listen to people like me who have a high tone, who is straight to the point, who says things the way they are, who are very decisive, who are strategic all their lives, who have trajectory on the way they want to move according to the pedestal that they've set. If you're listening to people like me, please note that I am a separate person in love. Totally. I am entirely a separate person with the matters of the heart. Now, it is because of that separate person that I am that men play with so much that I took a decision to be by myself. So, what works for me may not work for you. Please take note. Mbimbibiri. Mbimbibiri. Thanks. I'll do this in Igbo, so I need to let you all go. Have a beautiful morning. My name is Ozie Ejiofor. Peace out.